Welcome to What's Up the Dalles. Today we're here with Kaahreena Ochoco with a Vibe Consignment down on East 2nd Street. And also, as always, we have Cynthia Kortge with the Dalles Main Street. And we're going to turn it over and talk about what's happening downtown. What's going on this week?
Good morning. How's it going?
Good.
How are you, Kaahreena?
I'm doing good.
Good. Thank you so much for coming. Kaahreena was a kind of a last minute addition, so I really appreciate her time.
Right.
No problem.
Showing up like that. That's really great. So we're going to probably just get started with telling you all about what's going on, what's happening in TD this week. Got a lot of things going on, actually, getting ready for the holidays. First up, we have a Brick City Games is hosting, along with Wines on Second, they're hosting Business After Hours tonight with Leslie Sullivan and Jay Wilson and Matt Hansel. They're hosting that from 5 to 7 p.m. So stop by there and take a look around and say hello to everybody with the Business After Hours from the Dalles Chamber. We also want to give a shout out to Sean Lutz on her 20th year anniversary for the worship choir. So that's a pretty big deal. Wow, very cool. Also, the Wasco County Medical Reserve Corps has launched their annual blanket coat drive. I know I've seen a lot of people asking where they can donate coats and cold weather items now that we're hitting those cool digits. We had snow at our ranch this weekend, or this week. No, I'm not sure I was ready for that. It was like an inch or so. Yeah, it was more than we expected. So one of those little surprise, okay, here, winter's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those that need to stay warm, you can drop off. There's 3 convenient locations for that, and they're collecting items through February. So you can drop off at North Central Public Health District. That's at 419 East 7th Street. And then La Michoacana, on 1210 Kelly Avenue, and then Grocery Outlet at 1300 West 6th Street.
Oh, that's great. Cody Miller over there, Grocery Outlet's great, and so are Art and Maria over at the Michoacana.
Yeah,
there's fun little store.
Those are awesome. And nice to have a lot of multiple locations. You can easily do that when you're out and about running errands and stuff. And then we wanted to just, just a really quick talk about, we're going to talk about more in depth what we have coming up. But this week is also Pink Friday. So that's a big deal for our downtown businesses. It's a national recognized program that you shop small before you shop big, before Black Friday next week. So there's lots of fun promotions about that, and we'll get into that more coming up later in the broadcast there.
Right, and that's tomorrow. That's Friday
the 22nd.
Oh
yes.
my gosh! And so this is kind of the great starting point for downtown businesses.
The shopping's extravaganza. Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Here we go. Right. We got all sorts of fun things. Yeah. Really like multiple weeks of specials and events, and there's just so much going on. It's going to be really cool. So we'll get into that here in a little bit too. But I do want to welcome again Kaahreena from Vibe Consignment, and she's here to talk to us a little bit about what her business is, what she's been doing, and kind of how she got started, and all of those fun things. And then, so just tell us about you.
Sure. Yeah. Hello, everybody. My name is Kaahreena Ochoco. I am the owner of Vibe Consignment, formerly known as Per Diem Thrift Shop. So I actually got started a few years ago inside of Studio Fit. I was in the basement down there for about a year and a half. I think Hannah was a guest here a couple weeks ago, right?
Hannah was here, yes.
And we got started a couple years ago. It was amazing just to see how many people love thrifting and love shopping secondhand. We obviously have the bigger thrift stores here, but it was cool to be able to create this curated selection of clothing for people. And actually this last October, we celebrated our year anniversary of our rebrand and our move into our current location at 416 East 2nd Street, right next to Enza Cafe. And it's been just crazy. I was looking at videos and pictures that I took of when we first opened the store versus now. It's almost like we've doubled how much inventory is in the store.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
When I moved into that location, I had about a little over 100 consignment clients, and now we're breaching 700.
Holy smokes.
Which is crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we have clients obviously here in the Dalles, Hood River, White Salmon, Duffer, Goldendale. I had somebody drive down here this weekend from Ridgefield.
Wow.
Who literally literally came to the Dalles just to come consign at my store. She said she saw an ad on Instagram and wanted to come check it out. So I
Wow,
was just
that's
like
awesome.
amazed that people make the drive out here.
Yeah,
and
far-reaching.
Yes,
Get what they
yes.
want, and it's
Yeah.
easy to consign. I've done it.
Yes.
it's really great. It's really
Yes.
great. It's really it's. I think it's helpful. I mean, I donate a lot of stuff too. I have way too many clothes, of course. But
We all do.
but it's so fun because then you feel like they have kind of another life.
Sure.
And it's a great way to do that and kind of keep you going. And
Yes.
it's really easy to do. You get it all set up, and you just have your app, and it's great.
Yeah, it's great. I'm telling everyone, it's a good way to make some extra cash before the holidays. Just come consign your stuff. You can get 30% in cash for your items when they sell, or 40% in store credit. So you can take those items that you're not wearing anymore and get something new. You can get gifts for other people. While majority of our stuff is secondhand, we do have a pretty good amount of like new with tags stuff. Like,
Yes.
we recently got in a bunch of Skims and Prana. That's all brand new with tags.
Holy smokes.
Yes, I know. I'm excited about it. And we also like wholesale some things. Like we carry Bagu, which is a really fun, sustainable purse brand.
Yeah, I was going to say, we were just in the store the other day, my
Yeah.
wife and I, and spoiler alert, Celia, we got you a bag for Christmas.
Don't tell me. Stop.
Edit that out. Aw. Yeah, I'm. It's so funny. I don't need any more purses, but every time they come out with a new collection, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need this one.
Girl after my own heart.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we're trying to do a really big push this year of like shopping secondhand for Christmas, because there is just so much that's already out there. And, we hand select every single thing that comes into our store, so we know that it's in good quality. We have really good brands and stuff. So it's you're gonna find something. You're gonna find something for yourself and for your family. We carry women's and men's clothing, shoes, and accessories. So yeah.
Do you have kids stuff?
No.
Not yet. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Kids Consignment, Emma's Boutique.
Yes, she has great stuff there.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So,
My-
don't need to compete with her.
No,
That's
and-
that's great.
Today's What's Up the Dalles podcast was brought to you by the Dalles Main Street. They engage the community members and partners in creating a vibrant downtown that illuminates our historic and cultural assets and enhances the district's economic vitality. They're enticed by the sunshine and beauty of the area. Visitors and residents linger and stay because of the vibrant history of downtown the Dalles. Bend of the Columbia River, our restored buildings and cultural assets provide a backdrop for new energy and resources, and are a source of community pride and reflection of the area's rich culture and history. An active entrepreneurial spirit has created destination retail, restaurants, wineries, and breweries, adding to the vitality of downtown, while serving as a regional hub of professional and service businesses. Bike and pedestrian friendly, the district has inviting gathering spaces to engage the public in a wide variety of activities scheduled year-round. Downtown is a destination to live, work, shop, and play. You can reach the Dalles Main Street via the link in our description in the podcast.
So tell me, I know you were involved. They just had a fashion show, a little fundraiser they had down at Hood River, and you were part of that. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yes. So the JDRE team, as well as Kathy Carter in Hood River, hosted the Hood River Fashion Show Gala, I believe is what they were calling it. And it was to benefit a family. Their son has leukemia and he needs treatment in Portland. So the money that was being raised, which I think they've almost got it. The goal was $60,000. Last time I checked, they were at like 55 or something. So maybe you guys can share the link too.
Yeah, we can find that.
Okay,
yeah, for sure.
cool.
It was great. It was a great event.
It was so much fun. Kathy says that she had been putting on that fashion show for
She did it for
15
years.
years
Yeah,
or
she did it for
something.
years, a long, long time.
But then
yeah.
they haven't done it for 11 years. So
Yeah.
this was the premiere debut, rekindling
Reboot.
of it. Yeah, reboot version 2. And I am so glad that we participated, because it was a lot of Hood River businesses, but there was also Vibe Consignment, Studio Fit, Terracotta, and Herbal Revival here located in downtown Main Street. We all got to participate as well. So we got to join in on the fun, and it was just, a lovely experience. It was at the Best Western Hotel in Hood River, and their space is gorgeous.
Yeah.
That
It's a
was-
good event space too. Yeah, that was
really
good.
fun. we're hoping they do this next year again.
Yes. So years ago when they, Jen at Satori, she used to do one too. She used to do Fashion Nation, and
I remember that. She did it a couple years ago.
Yes.
She
She did it at the Bargeway for another. She kind of brought it back. So that's something maybe we should talk her into bringing it back here too.
Yeah,
so be involved in it. But it was a really fun event. So
Totally.
fun to see you guys participate.
She's
in
such
that.
great people. I run into her every once in a while here.
Yeah.
She's just upstairs.
Yeah.
at 409 Lincoln, and just a great person to work with.
Well, it's a fun night to get out. Everybody, all the models had a great time. My friend Jean, her daughter Cleo and she's a very shy girl, but she's beautiful. She's 6'1" with heels, just drop dead gorgeous. And she was very shy, but she came to life, and she did such a good job. I was just so proud of her. It was really fun to see her.
Some of the photos, and there's one of her, and it's like the wind blowing in her hair. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's gorgeous.
Yes.
I put her in these really tall heels. She was maybe 6'5".
Yeah. She was great.
just,
she was a natural. She did such a good job, and she was so nervous, but she did really good.
amazing.
So we got to get her into doing more of that.
So you're kind of behind the scenes, putting people together and getting ready to walk out.
So I got to, it was so much fun. I kept telling them every time my models would come in to get a try on, I was like, it's like I have life-size Barbies that I get to play and dress up. And I made the excuse, like, you're never going to dress like this in real life. Like, these weren't outfits that I think people are going to wear every day. I was like, why not?
Kind of couture.
Yes. So I got to put some fun, kind of eclectic outfits together.
But they were cute. Really fun.
Oh my gosh, yes. And we even sold some after. We got to do a little pop-up after. And,
cool.
I had one person, she was like, right when it ended, I had to run over here so I could make sure I got that skirt, because everything's just one of a kind, you know, like I don't have multiples or sizes or anything. So they were like, I need that. And
that's a perfect fit for you. It is couture.
Yes.
Upcycled couture.
It was a really, really fun night.
Oh, that's good. That's so good. So tell me a little bit more about what you have going for Pink Friday.
Sure. Pink Friday is tomorrow. We're really excited about it. So at Vibe, we're going to be doing, if you wear pink and you come into shop, you'll get 15% off your total purchase. And then I'm going to have some special 50% off racks, just special, just stuff that we have. And then free gift with purchase over $50. So just a fun time again, to come in and get your shopping done before the holidays start, before all the craziness starts.
Well, Christmas is here, man. I mean,
I know. It's so soon.
I'm counting, I'll just counting down the days all of a sudden. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to get this done, because if I do not, then, it's here.
Exactly.
If we don't get it going. Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of people that are participating with Pink Friday. Some other folks, I know that Kenya at Terracotta, she's doing a free gift with $50 purchase, plus 15% off with everything. And she also has some rosé and treats there. Urban Paper, Jill down there at Urban Paper has Pink Friday sale for stop by and purchase a pink bag for $5, and then anything you can fit in the bag is 40% off.
Wow.
So Urban Papers at 413 East 2nd Street. Brick City Games, Leslie's busy like next 2 nights in a row. She's really busy. Pink is the new black, so she's going to do 10% off store-wide. So if you have any kiddos that or adults, everyone's a kid these days, right? That wants some games or Legos, it's actually fantastic. She's got a great selection in there. I buy lots of stuff from my brother and my nephew and my son who are just Lego fanatics. Like they need any more of those there too as well. So, and I know there's multiple other things. I think Emma's Boutique has another free animal backpack with the purchase. Louise at Lines of Designs is also doing some special sales. So take a look at social media and check out some of those. We'll feature some of those sales and what's going on downtown on Friday. So
Emma's is great because they have all those nice toys for kind of toddler, age kids, 6 months and up. And that kind of
there's some really great finds in there too.
Yeah,
She's
it's
been
kind of
able
amazing what you can find in her store.
So many cool stuff. So many cool things. So so we have that going on. So any other what do you have coming up else at Vibe? Anything cool going on? Just working for
one thing I want to add about Pink Friday, I think a lot of us are going to be having the sales all day, but we are going to have extended hours. So it will be most of us will be open until 7, possibly later. So you come in after work if you guys are busy. We just want to make sure it's here for all of us, for everyone.
Yeah. So we have multiple of those kind of events going on around. So Pink Friday is kind of the kickoff.
Yes.
And then the next week is Thanksgiving, obviously. Monday, to kick off that week, we are going to put up the lights downtown.
Yes.
So everybody's going to get feeling festive.
Okay,
if anybody wants to help and volunteer for that, we could use your help. We're meeting at 7 a.m. at Dinty's at Holstein's there to start at the roundabout. We have to give a big shout out to PUD, Ed Ortega at PUD, and then Brewster Whitmire at Wasco Electric. They help us hang all those lights up. So they put up the stars and the trees, and then they help us do the rope lights around the poles. And then Fort Dalles 4th is going to be there too, Matt Harrigus, and they're going to help swap out the banners. So time for the veterans banners to come down and put the other banners back up. So it's a big holiday decorating extravaganza to get ready for
How
that.
many people are you hoping to get
We
there?
usually need about 15 to 20 folks to show up. We have our board and crew. And of course, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention the Dalles Chamber, Lisa with the Chamber and her crew and her ambassadors. They have helped the last couple of years help make that happen.
Okay.
She's sorted and almost got electrocuted, making sure the lights were working properly. So we have to make sure we give her special thanks in making that happen. So it's a community-wide effort. But it's fun. It's fun to dress everything up for the holiday. So that's in preparation. Of course, we have the Starlight Parade on Friday night.
But just go back for a second. You said that was on Monday, November 25th.
Yes.
7 a.m.
7 a.m.
at Holstein's.
Yeah, we'll meet at Holstein's and get
Dinty's.
started. Yep,
Okay.
get started there. So if you want to come help out, please do.
Yeah.
Love to have you. If there are lots of people, it'll go a lot quicker. So usually take many hands.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. So that's getting everybody dressed up for the holiday. And then we have the Starlight Parade on Friday night. That's at 6 p.m. And then Saturday is Small Business Saturday. So that's another big, fun, lots of specials going on, lots of deals happening. Are you doing anything special at Vibe for Small Business Saturday?
Not for Small Business Saturday. On Black Friday, we'll be having our fill-a-bag sale, which is probably like my biggest, most awaited sales that I do these like twice a year. So it's $20 and you get to fill a bag with all of our clearance items. So I have like 10 huge bins of stuff that we're going to be putting out. It's just $20. You fill a bag, you can buy as many bags as you want.
Holy smokes. That's a great deal.
Yes. Yeah. It's a hoot. It's so much fun. It's kind of like what we were talking about earlier, where you get to dig and really treasure hunt and find all that stuff. But yeah, lots of fun. We'll be doing that. Small Business Saturday, we're not doing anything crazy, kind of just settling after the craziness of Black Friday. Maybe if there's leftover stuff in our bins, we'll put that out.
Yeah.
Hello. Are you a business here in the Dalles that's looking to move product during this holiday season? CCC News is launching a special Christmas catalog featuring hot-selling items from local businesses here in the Dalles. This catalog will showcase 3 popular items from each participating business, helping to promote local shopping during the holiday season. Each business will be featured with pictures of the business's premises, business contact information, pictures of 3 selected items for sale, and a link to your website. The catalog will be made available online the day before Thanksgiving, ensuring early visibility for holiday shoppers. Reserve your spot for $125, or reserve before Halloween and get a special $25 off. You can contact Josh Albert at media@cccnews.com. And now, back to the podcast.
On lots of deals happening. Are you doing anything special at Vibe for Small Business Saturday?
Not for Small Business Saturday. On Black Friday, we'll be having our fill-a-bag sale, which is probably like my biggest, most awaited sales that I do these like twice a year. So it's $20 and you get to fill a bag with all of our clearance items. So I have like 10 huge bins of stuff that we're going to be putting out. It's just $20. You fill a bag, you can buy as many bags as you want.
Holy smokes. That's a great deal.
Yes. Yeah. It's a hoot. It's so much fun. It's kind of like what we were talking about earlier, where you get to dig and really treasure hunt and find all that stuff. But yeah, lots of fun. We'll be doing that. Small Business Saturday, we're not doing anything crazy, kind of just settling after the craziness of Black Friday. Maybe if there's leftover stuff in our bins, we'll put that out.
Yeah.
And then,
That's great.
I'm not sure. I haven't heard of any other.
There's a couple folks that are participating with that too. We'll announce some of those specials. They're kind of waiting to get through Pink Friday and seeing where they're at with some of that stuff too. I know that Main Street is teaming up with the National Neon Sign Museum.
Yeah.
They're doing their holiday lights, Santa Delights.
Yeah, okay. Good job.
I try to remember the name from 9 to 12 on Saturday the 30th. And that's going to be with Santa Tom. And Matt Brown Music is going to be there as well. So free admission for that event. And then we're also going to have some treats and that sort of thing too. And then you can have pictures with Santa. We'd like for you to register to sign up to go to that event. They just want a head count, so to know. So I can get you that information on our posting we have.
Okay.
When we post the podcast, we'll make sure we get you those details of how to register for that event. So that should be super fun. And everybody has the opportunity to have Santa in the downtown because we love to see that. And that'll be happening a lot of other places too. We're going to have some other Santa opportunities. So we'll talk about some of those things as things get closer. And then a little bit farther out is Main Street's doing their annual Sip and Shop event on December 14th. So that's a little bit closer to the holiday when some of the men start shopping.
People like myself.
We had to say about that, Tom.
I'm going to jump on it this year.
Yeah, you already been doing it.
Yeah.
That's right. So that's on the 14th, and we're doing that from 4 to 7 p.m. So there'll be lots of other fun specials going on. So really the holiday season for the next 4 weeks is just going to be hopping.
Go, go, go.
Go, go, go.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. A lot of fun stuff to talk about for that. So, so any other cool things happening around town, Tom? What do you know? What do you hear?
Well, actually, I heard this from you just a few minutes ago. But in our last podcast, we were talking about the upgrades of the old Spud Cellar Deli there at the corner of Washington and 3rd.
Or Bay Kitchen, like the old people like to do.
Yeah, I remember that. Donuts and Pepsi. That was awesome. No, you said that possibly you'd confirm that it is River
Maybe
City
possibly,
Saloon,
yes, possible confirmation. Yes. So saw some construction going on in there. I don't have any dates or times or any of that yet. So hopefully I'll do some more research this week and find out what's going on and when they might be opening. But yes, that's you'd peeked in the windows, the creeper.
Yes, I do.
But that's how we can find out what's happening.
Right.
We need to know. The people need to know.
Look in windows, and if there's a new dumpster somewhere,
Yes, you're checking it out for sure. Yeah. So that's exciting going on. And then
River City Saloon's just like
iconic.
Iconic.
Yeah. That's going to be a great spot for them. I'm excited to hear that.
From
So
Hood River up here to the Dalles. So
that's going to be good. Good to have them here.
interesting mix.
Yeah, it'll be really fun.
Yeah.
Well, it's such a musical town.
Yeah.
You know, we have live music in so many places all the time. I think people will really enjoy that. We have a good group to be able to take part in that. I also talked to Claudia yesterday at Sigmund's, and they have been doing. I don't know if everybody knew that we had. They received the Oregon Main Street grant last year. They were eligible and were awarded that grant. So they are doing the outside facade, getting to refurbish Sigmund's outside, and then the second phase of that project, they're going to put in a couple, I think, or 4 or so loft apartments upstairs, which is so exciting. So they're going to start painting this week.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Weather permitting.
Yeah.
It's been raining off and on, which we're very happy to see.
Right.
The farmers are very happy to see that, but we do want a little pause in the weather so we can get that painted. So that's starting this week. So all of the
moving ahead.
The prep work and all of that is done, and they're getting ready to get that going. So that'll be so great. It's going to be so pretty. She's doing a lot of historic. I saw the paint scheme the other day. It's beautiful. So
You're still not telling?
I'm still not telling. It's a secret. You got to be surprised, Tom. We have.
You can't tell me one of the 5 colors?
No, I cannot. I'm sworn to secrecy. But it's going to be really good.
All right.
It's going to be really good. So she's excited about that project. That's been a long time coming. So she's looking forward to all of that. So anything else we have going on?
I was going to ask you, Kaahreena, have you been into Enza? The cafe next door. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes.
They are amazing. I believe it's the same owners of the Riv. If you guys have been to the Riv, that's already one of my favorite places to eat in town. But Enza is kind of like if you got the Riv and Kainos, what used to be there, and they had a baby. That is what Enza is. It is. They focus on wood fire pizza like Kainos and Wild Brew did before then. They also just released this last weekend their pasta menu. And I have yet to try it, but they make their pasta sauces like fresh. I got a sneak, insider tip, but they're gonna start trying to hand make their pasta as well.
Wow.
Yes. They also purchased Jenny Marie's.
Oh, yes.
So
Gelato.
they're serving gelato inside. So it's just like a whole Italian food experience.
Yes.
They're wonderful
nice.
neighbors. And I'm just really excited. They're always busy, so selfishly, we get to kind of feed off of each other's customer base.
Yeah.
And they said they're going to be hopefully getting their espresso machine in soon as well. So just a one-stop shop for everything you need.
Yeah, that's fun. That's really great. I'm so glad to see that. They're expanding that menu. And I've seen lots of good things about them online. Everybody's really trying them out and, taking advantage of that. So having a good Italian restaurant in town again is great.
We've just been so fortunate to get all these really good eateries open lately. Between the farm stand and,
Amanda down there at the
coffee shop.
They're doing good down there. We
So
have the
good.
fresh baked goods with the cupcakes.
Yes, Cindy, cupcakes by
Rusted
Cindy is great.
Roots Bakeries there too. So you have, and then I think she's also featuring some stuff from kind of the new Bay Kitchen. She has some of their stuff in there as well. So
Is it the workshop?
at the coffee
is that
shop at the
Cindy
workshop.
Camp doing the
Cindy
cupcakes?
Camp's doing the cupcakes.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so she opened a commercial kitchen there, and along with Megan, and they are doing. They kind of have separate businesses, but Cindy's the one that's been doing the cupcakes. You can pick up. She has refrigerators of cupcakes that you can stop by and pick up if she's not doing custom orders. So that's a fun.
And vegan options, and
She's got. I mean, she can kind of whatever you can think of, she can create. It's amazing. Yeah, she does a really good job. So that's fun to have another. She was excited to finally get out of her home. I talked to her the other day. Yeah, she was excited to have a space that's dedicated just to that. So she was looking forward to be able to have that. And the coffee shop's been great too, having that little space inside the workshop too. That's been good. We're hosting our mornings on Main Street there. Once a month, we're doing just an informal come and have coffee gathering. We had our first one this month, which was really great. We had about, what do we say, 8 to 10 people that were there?
So, yeah.
Yeah. So that was really fun. And we're just going to do that once a month. We're going to probably have some featured workshops, as things get rolling. But it's just a nice opportunity for networking. We just talked about, upcoming events and some of the things, we're looking forward to and hoping that Main Street can support businesses with. One of the things we talked about, and actually Kaahreena has a lot of experience with this, is digital marketing and branding, that sort of thing. So, tell me about your work with that and what you have going on. Honestly, your other extra job.
Yes, this is my side hustle. It's all pretty much self-taught. I have a little bit of experience on mainly Instagram and YouTube and doing content creation. So before I opened Vibe Consignment, my whole reselling business was online, and I did a lot of content creation around teaching people how to resell and start their own reselling businesses. So I just actually yesterday, I released another video on YouTube, which was my first one in a few months. So I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things.
Sure.
But
been a little busy.
Yeah, just a little bit, got a couple things on my plate.
Just a little.
But I have been working with a couple businesses locally, trying to just help people understand the beast that is social media. But I've learned a lot that even just one, any kind of effort that you can put into posting and getting the word out there, it helps all of the businesses downtown. It
helps everybody, yeah.
Because my customer base is different than another business's customer base. But if we can, just bring people to downtown, it's gonna benefit all of us. Or if I can market the Sip and Shop or Pink Friday or whatever, people are gonna see all the other cool things happening around town. But yeah, I think that just in this day and age, everyone's on their phones. Everyone is just
That's exactly what we've experienced.
Yes.
90% of our readers are getting onto us through their phones.
yeah,
And
yes.
we can see those numbers.
Oh, I just downloaded the app
Yeah.
this morning, actually.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I was like, probably should get on that. Not my podcast.
So just like finding new ways to get people's attention. Like with everyone being on their phones, our attention span has,
It's
lessened
minuscule.
and lessened. We're like little goldfish. So just finding different ways to capture people's attention and kind of share what we're doing. I think having, putting yourself out there, if you are a business owner or if you are trying to promote something, like people really want connection and knowing that there's a real person behind what's going on and that it's, a real story. So
And how important that is for the local economy,
Yes.
and that we live here and work here and shop here and all
Sure.
of the things that, what's going on, rather than, the convenient way sometimes is to just, hit up Amazon, of course. But, what are the things that's most beneficial to it's going to save the downtown area is, getting out there and shopping.
Absolutely.
Taking that
Even
extra effort.
these events that we host, like the Pink Friday Sip and Shop or anything, I have a lot of customers who they love to come out at night and just see what's available. So even if they're not shopping now, they will know in the future that, okay, I can go to Urban Paper for all my scrapbooking needs, or if I need something health and wellness, Studio Fit is right there. Oh, I have family in town and they want souvenirs, I can go to the workshop. So just like familiarizing yourself with the businesses downtown and knowing what's available so that when you do have a need, you know exactly where to go.
Yeah, and then translating that to online.
Yes.
And how to do that too.
Yes.
So we recently hosted as well with Oregon Main Street, offered some digital marketing tools, resources, and so they were just here for some in-person workshops that we hosted with our businesses. But then that's also going to be available online. So we're going to have even more of that, and we're trying to build that out a little bit more.
awesome.
And then talking with Joy Ranke, she's this fantastic photographer. She has a studio downtown. She has worldwide experience.
Oh my God, she is so talented.
So talented and such an incredible base. And she happened, after we were talking about branding and online marketing and all of those things, she happened to call. It's just, the universe works out sometimes in ways, and talking about how can we get that workshop? How can we help? We don't have the big budgets that some of these large scale big box retail stores have. I mean, we don't have the budget like Target does. You don't have that. But what are the things that we can do on a different scale, and how can we help? How can we help each individual figure out their branding package and marketing, and so then she can help help with that in terms of what that digital or that photograph experience is like, and visually you can see all those things. So it's important.
Just having a great photograph, like
It's
you
huge.
can produce and that
Right.
you can utilize in your social media is so helpful.
I've gotten so many.
Did she do your headshot?
Yes, and I've gotten so many compliments on that,
Right.
and then it's been great. I mean, I just thought, well, maybe that's something I might want to just have on hand. I needed one, actually. I'm on the board for Maryhill Museum of Art, and I needed one for that, and so I was like, well, I think we'll just go ahead and do that. I haven't really ever had them done, I don't think. She did such a great job. It was a great experience. I learned a lot
Yes.
about how to take photos.
Yes.
Have you worked
Oh
with
my
her
gosh,
before?
I've worked with her a couple times, and the way that she, I tell her this all the time, but the way her eyes work and the way her brain works, she can see the final product before I'm even dressed in the
Right.
outfit. She already knows exactly what it's going to look like. And so she makes you feel very comfortable. She makes you feel like you are a professional model already, but she guides you through everything. She tells you, okay, put your hand here, lift your head this way, face this way, blah, blah, blah. And she's very receptive to if you don't feel comfortable, showing a certain thing or,
Yeah.
if you're self-conscious about whatever, she's very good about working with you and making you feel confident. And
100%. Yeah,
That's
it was
so
great.
huge.
It was a great
Yeah.
experience. I really, and the thing I think, and she's talked about this a couple times, is that a lot of times you don't feel like you're worth that. Sometimes it can be an investment, but I think it's a fairly reasonable package. She does a good job of making sure that's something that's affordable.
Yes.
But also, I think sometimes people don't think that they're worth taking that investing in themselves, making sure they're branded in a certain way, and but you are, you need to sell what you have.
Yes.
That's the biggest piece of, and tell your story. Yeah. Tell
Exactly.
the story behind what you have. And we have so many great things here. We just have to help each other get that out.
absolutely, yes. With all these networking opportunities that I've been being a part of, whether it's Mornings with Main Street or the fashion show that we did, I'm meeting so many cool people, and regardless of whether or not they have a business, like a brick and mortar business, everyone has a skill set or, something really interesting about themselves, and just being able to step into that and share like whatever it is that makes you different or whatever your superpower is, it's so amazing. So yeah, having that kind of branding, that personal branding,
it's really important.
Yeah.
So we're going to work more on that with folks, and if you want to learn more, make sure you contact me, because we're going to I can hook you up with some direct resources as well, and I'm sure Kaahreena would be happy to do that too.
Sure.
we can work on what that's going to look like in the future for everyone, and help. Making those connections is so important, and you just don't realize how valuable that is in the long term.
Absolutely. Yes.
Great.
Great.
Well, what a great resource. That's excellent. Thanks for joining us for this podcast of What's Up the Dalles. Did you know that CCC News reaches an average 95,000 unique readers per month? Our easy and accessible stories via social media are a great opportunity for businesses to get their messages out to your customers in the Mid-Columbia. Digital ads on CCC News average 40 to 50,000 views per month and are perfect for promoting retail items and services while greatly increasing your business's name recognition. Ads start at just $2.99 per month, including design. Ask about our 6-month and annual contract discounts. Contact me, Tom Peterson, at tom@cccnews.com. Hey, I was just going to bug you about one other thing. We were talking about grants the other day.
Yes.
And Main Street's got some grants coming up.
We do. It's actually due in March.
Okay.
And actually, I'm glad you mentioned that, because we are we're going to look for some proposals for projects that we want to maybe have application for the grant. So we can help whoever's interested in doing that. So the board's putting together what that kind of request for proposal is going to look like.
Okay.
So we can have, and we just want to take a temperature gauge of what people had in mind for certain projects that are out there.
Okay.
It's a $400,000 grant. It's large.
Wow.
That's a lot of cash. And so we want to make sure we're the grant application. We want to make sure that what we're doing, the project that we choose, is going to be awarded. I mean, we want to make sure that we're successful in that. Trying to put our best foot forward. So we want to make sure that we're kind of reviewing those. And so I'm thinking that we'll probably be able to start taking those applications first part of December, after our board gets a quick look at that, putting that together right now. And then we'll have those put that together, turn it in. We'll have that kind of available in January. And so then we can move forward and get that grant written. And it's due like March 13th, I believe.
Okay. So people who have some ideas.
Yeah. So I'll be posting that information. Our website should be done. Simon yes, that should be done actually in the next week or so.
Okay.
So we're actually reviewing that tomorrow afternoon, and we've been working with all the businesses, getting some photos. He's been kind enough to help us get some professional photos of people in their businesses.
Yes.
It's just another marketing, branding kind of opportunity. One of our board members was very generous to donate kind of the website. We lost our website essentially, and so it was overtaken by, I don't know, Chinese bandits. I don't know what happened to it, but so we had to start from scratch. And so he was willing to help us get that reset up. And so with that came 3 hours of professional photography. So if you are a downtown business and haven't had a chance to get your photograph yet, let me know. And we will make sure we get you connected up with Simon and get those pictures published. But that's going to be something that we're going to have kind of a little page of, so we'll have one focused area of where everybody can go and look. It'll be categorized by restaurants, clothing, just different categories. So it's easy to navigate. And then that'll link back up to everybody else's own websites.
Awesome.
And pages and that sort of thing,
we'll
too.
We'll be looking for that next week, 10 days, something like that.
Yeah, so we'll have that available on our website, the grant applications.
We'll try and get a little something out, a blurb about it as well.
Yeah, that'd be
CCC
great.
News.
That would be great. That would be great. Okay, well, gosh, guys, this is a great chat this morning.
Fantastic. It was so great to learn more about you. Kaahreena.
Yeah,
It was
thank you
awesome.
so much for
Thank you
coming.
for having me.
Yeah, and what a great update! And boy, get out there for Pink Friday. That's a big deal tomorrow.
Yeah, Pink Friday's the big one this weekend, and then we're just hitting headstrong into the holiday shopping season. So there's going to be lots more to take advantage of. Lots of specials, lots of deals, but also just some great finds, some really fun things to do. So take advantage of that and go see what's happening downtown the Dalles.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you all for coming today.
Thanks. Have a good week.
You bet.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.